All right, thanks, Michelle. Well, you don't have to love them. You don't even really have to like them. But regardless of what you think of your coworkers, you do have to get along with them to some degree. I am very blessed. I should speak for myself.
Well, I am too, but sometimes, Kim, that can be difficult, especially when you're dealing with the office suck-up or the cubicle crybaby. So how do we do it? How can we all get along? This book has all the answers.
Da, da, da.
In her new book, The Reality-Based Rules of the Workplace, author Cy Wakeman helps us deal with the many stresses of our jobs, including those co-workers. And dun, da, 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 here she is. She is back with us on Fox 4 News tonight. Thanks for staying with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
You know,
I can't wait to read this.
It's a great book, not just because I wrote it. It's great.
But your writing style is very straightforward and right at you. One of the favorite things I saw is you are the source of your own misery and suffering.
Absolutely. And especially when it comes to coworkers, that's something we all forget. We actually come to believe that they're the problem.
Right.
And the fact is, we're the problem. So if you've got coworkers driving you nuts, first thing to remember is that you're the only person you can change or control. And I like to tell people you've got 3 lanes in life: your business, somebody else's business.
Stay out of that
and
lane.
then reality. And if your reality is that you have the office suck-up, the only time you'll get stressed is when you get out of your lane and you start worrying about them or whether they're getting ahead. If you want to be valued, add value, conserve your energy, do great work, forget about it.
Right.
Stay focused on yourself.
Forget about it.
Stay focused on yourself.
wow. You could really apply that in all aspects of your life, really. That's just terrific advice. Also, you suggest taking an inventory of the things that you're doing, things that I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's the hardest because we want to focus on other people. We want to blame them for our own pain.
It's your fault. You're the one that's making me feel this way.
Absolutely. And I had a great mentor, and every time I get frustrated with somebody else, she would say, Cy, if you think it's so easy, you go first. You be the change you want to, see in the world. You show them how it's done. And so that focusing on yourself and just going, what's my role? Because one of the things people forget is we're always co-creating. If you walk by me and don't say hello, the only facts I have is that you walked by. But I co-create when I think you're rude, then I treat you rudely, then you respond rudely, and then I go, see, I'm right.
Right.
But if you walked by and I just chose to make up a better story, give you the benefit of the doubt, I just think, oh, she's deep in prayer and meditation for peace in the world. Then I'm going to treat you well. You're going to treat me well. And then I'm going to be right again, but about something better. We're always co-creating.
What if you
people
force them
forget
to say
that.
hi? If they walk by and they snub you and you're like, hey, how's it going?
And a lot of times that's all it takes because it's not that they're trying to snub you. It's that they were deep in thought.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so we need to take the initiative.
Kim just wears them down. It just keeps on asking
Kill 'em
them.
hot.
Show them kindness.
Okay, I like this because we have to ask ourselves the questions, how can I help?
Absolutely, and that's the number one question. I have folks, and they get incredible results at work, and they are incredibly happy because they walk with a simple question: how can I help? Stop judging and start helping. Figure out not only what your part is in the situation, but what's one thing you could do that would change the dynamics. And if you don't know what that is, go ask the person. I would love to get along better. What's one thing I could do that would help us in that situation?
This one I think I could really benefit from, and it's about conflict. Yep. It's about leaning into challenges, confront the conflict, and try to do it as calmly as you possibly can, and in the spirit of a team, right?
And those words are chosen very specifically. Confront the conflict, not the person. The reason we fear conflict is we're here to confront your ego. If I'm going to come in and I'm going to say you're the problem, then I'm in for game on defensiveness. But if I confront the conflict and keep the focus on me, I come in and I say, I've noticed that we don't have the relationship I would like us to have when we're working together on this team. And do you have some suggestions for me on what I could do to really improve that? And now I've done something different. I've asked for your help. And people tend to be willing to help. They aren't very comfortable when we do a drive-by, hey, let me take your inventory visit, and we work in their lane. People get offended when you're in their lane without invitation.
Stay in your own lane.
Stay in your lane.
Avoid gossiping.
So many times someone walks by and maybe does say something that wasn't quite appropriate, and we're upset about it. That took 1 minute of our life.
Right.
We're the ones that give it the next 20
Perpetuate it.
minutes.
Right.
Because we go
Did
around
you
and,
hear what?
and gossip. And again, this question, how can we help? How can I help? Stops all gossip. Somebody comes up to you and they want to do this juicy thing. It's like, oh my gosh, if you heard marketing's way behind, it's to just state your belief. You're like, oh my gosh, I love marketing. They're behind. What should we be doing to help? And most often, people care enough to gossip, but not enough to take action. And so they'll say, well, I'm not getting involved in that hot mess. And it's like, great, what are we doing for lunch? You know, so if we're going to talk about it, we're going to take an approach to help. Otherwise,
How can I help?
just not talk about it. It's a key question. Stop judging, start helping. That's the only way you add value at work, but most importantly, it's how you are incredibly happy at work. Because we're all happy when we add value, when we've helped, not judged.
Right. Si,
Great
you're
advice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, Si's book, The Reality-Based Rules of the Workplace. It's on sale now.
We'll be right back. You're watching Fox 4 News at 9.